Here's more wrestling news for December 22nd, 2021. And your headlines for this afternoon include: Tony Khan opens up about Kevin Owens re-signing with WWE, Kevin Owens on why no WWE stars sent videos for ROH Final Battle, CM Punk on what kept him out of WWE 2K22, why Eddie Kingston missed DEFY's show, why there is massive heat on RIHO in AEW, Seth Rollins compares his WWE gimmick to a big character, I was getting death threats, top WWE superstar reveals the massive consequences he had to face after an angle with Becky Lynch, WWE's major plans for Bobby Lashley, and more. We're kicking off today with Kevin Owens, and last week it was confirmed that the former Universal Champion has signed a new multi-year deal with WWE. Owens' original deal was meant to expire last month, and it was believed that he'd be joining AEW to reunite with his Mount Rushmore teammates Adam Cole and the Young Bucks, but that won't be happening now. Speaking to CBS Sports, AEW President Tony Khan opened up about Owens re-signing with WWE, saying he would have been interested in bringing the former Universal Champion to his company. He added, "He's a great wrestler. I think he ended up signing for what I believe is probably a lot of money. I think that's great and good for him. We have a lot of people spotlighted here, and he's great." Khan went on to praise Owens for his wrestling ability and said that he'd flourish wherever he went, adding, "Any company he goes to, he'll be a great wrestler for them." Khan's comments come just days after the news broke of Owens re-signing, and although the prizefighter would have made a fine AEW World Champion one day, his focus is now on Day 1 and the WWE title. Last week, Ring of Honor had its Final Battle pay-per-view, which will mark the last show from the company for the foreseeable future. As part of the show, several former Ring of Honor names had segments, with CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Jay Lethal, and others helping make Final Battle one epic show. AEW may have lent a helping hand to ROH, but that wasn't the case with WWE, as despite Adam Pearce, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe all once being in ROH, none of them appeared at Final Battle. Speaking to Pat Laparde, Owens explained why he and other ROH alum didn't appear at Final Battle, and it's not because of the actions of WWE. The answer's quite simple. Ring of Honor didn't ask any wrestlers from WWE to do that, nor contacted anyone at WWE. I've read some people on the internet saying that probably WWE didn't let us do it, but that's incorrect. It's just ROH who didn't ask us. WWE may not play well with others, but that doesn't mean they banned wrestlers from appearing at Final Battle, but it was instead ROH who didn't want to work with the current day superstars. CM Punk did send a video for Ring of Honor Final Battle, as he worked for the company before coming to WWE in 2006. After an impressive run working for Vince McMahon, including a 434-day reign as WWE Champion, Punk walked out of the company in June 2014 and wasn't released until months later on what happened to be his wedding day. Before his departure, Punk was one of their top stars, with an incredible 434-day reign as WWE Champion to his name, but WWE's problems with the best in the world still linger to this day. That's according to Brian Mazik of Forbes, who in a report on the upcoming WWE 2K22 said that the company is far more likely to have a Tony Khan special edition of the game than put CM Punk, an 8-year veteran of WWE, in it as a playable character. He adds, "It would have to be the sort of discord that is had between CM Punk and the WWE, whom I'm told by someone with strong connections to the situation will almost never be in a WWE game. One source said, the powers that be hate him." This isn't the first time WWE have let their emotions show about Punk, as before his AEW debut in August, sources in WWE said that they were fine not working with him, saying that the former world champion is AEW's problem now. It's worth mentioning that these comments came only after WWE tried to re-sign Punk in December 2020, an offer Punk did listen to before talks broke down, as there's no love lost between the WWE and the former World Heavyweight Champion. More from AEW as Eddie Kingston has made an impression in the promotion since joining, but wasn't able to make a recent indie event last weekend. Fans were disappointed to see that Kingston didn't make the Dark Horse event based at the DEFY show on Saturday, and on Twitter, Kingston said it was because he was in contact with someone who tested positive. Kingston couldn't bring himself to the Seattle street fight he was booked for, as he knew he could have caught it and spread it to others, and we commend Kingston for acting responsibly and choosing to stay at home. Earlier this year, RIHO made her return to AEW after spending much of 2020 in her native Japan due to travel restrictions. During her time in Japan, RIHO was still an AEW wrestler, but was allowed to work for Stardom by Tony Khan, but that decision didn't come without some controversy. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer reported that RIHO has caught some heat due to her working in Stardom, and said that because of AEW's agreement with the company, she wasn't allowed to lose. This explains why Stardom stopped using her, as she could only win over their full-time talent, whilst everyone knew her working relationship with Stardom was only meant to be temporary. Clearly, there's some in AEW who believe RIHO should only compete for AEW and didn't appreciate that the first ever women's champion helped boost a promotion other than their own. Nevertheless, RIHO will have a chance to become a two-time AEW Women's World Champion, as she'll face Britt Baker at Battle of the Belts, a title opportunity she earned after beating Baker on Rampage. We'll have to wait and see if RIHO will be able to beat Britt Baker once again, but the Japanese star is entering that huge title match with some heat. Back to WWE, as Seth Rollins joined Raw in October and has been a thorn in everyone's side ever since, with his outlandish attires matched by his impressive in-ring work. The former Universal Champion certainly knows how to make an impression on TV, and while speaking to Z100's Josh Martinez, compared his current gimmick to another outlandish character from the pages of DC Comics. God, it's as if if the Joker were a narcissist going through a midlife crisis. I guess that's the best way to really put it. I don't really know any other way to do it. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot happening, but the cool thing about the character is it can kind of go any which way. There's a lot of unpredictability with it, and I think that's fun, you know? You can have matches like a Hell in a Cell match with Edge, but you can also have television segments where I just laugh with my best friend Bailey for 5 minutes. So, you know, I just think that there's not a lot of characters on our television program right now that can do all these different things, and so that's just kind of my approach to where I'm at right now. Rollins may be more unhinged than he's ever been, but the Monday Night Messiah now has a WWE Championship opportunity at day one, and with it now being over 2 years since Rollins' last world title run ended, we're sure that he'll do whatever it takes to regain the WWE title. Rollins isn't the only despicable heel in WWE, as Happy Corbin has established himself as one of the most easily hateable individuals on the main roster, but sometimes the hate for him goes too far. At Extreme Rules 2019, Corbin teamed with Lacey Evans and faced Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, who were both faces at the time, with the latter team's Universal and Raw Women's titles on the line. During the match, Corbin hit his finisher on the man, and in an interview with Ryan Satin, detailed the significant backlash he received for hitting the move. When I hit Becky with the End of Days, I was getting death threats on a regular basis. 95% of critics are on the internet or safely behind somewhere that can't be accessed. Roman said it best one time, that he's never met a hater in real life. That's kind of the same thing with me. Roman Reigns certainly had more than his fair share of haters during his time as a babyface, and it's telling that none of them had the guts to address him in person. Ironically, now that Reigns is a heel, he's become one of the most popular superstars in WWE, as fans are more than ready to acknowledge the tribal chief. As for Corbin, he'll continue feuding with Drew McIntyre for the time being, even though it'll be Madcap Moss who faces the Scottish Warrior at day one, and whatever he does on TV, neither Corbin nor any wrestler deserve death threats from those afraid to say it to their face. And we're ending today with Raw, which saw Bobby Lashley team with Big E to face the team of Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Given that Big E is the man who dethroned Lashley as WWE Champion, many found it odd to see the two team up, and it was speculated that a face turn is imminent for the former World Champion. On his show, Dave Meltzer said that this is indeed the plan, and that him teaming up with Big E was just the latest step of his face turn. After all, Lashley had to beat 3 men just to qualify for the WWE Championship match at day one, which was recapped in a video package this week, which Meltzer called a total babyface video. In addition to the package and his teaming with Big E, Lashley also teased splitting with MVP, the man who brought Lashley to the WWE title picture earlier this year. If WWE does split MVP and Lashley, we imagine the fan response will be mostly negative, but with MVP a fantastic heel manager, this split will have to happen for Lashley to turn face in the near future. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.